What's up, guys? And I got a special incoming. It's Batman mission figures. Now, some of you have asked for these to be reviewed in the past, so today is your lucky day. And mine too. These were all sent over by the cool dude over at Toy News International. You can see his website right down here, or right up here. No, down there. No, up here. Stop moving! Yeah. Stay. Now, this site has the latest toy news as well as toy reviews with high quality pictures of them included. I actually recently started posting some of my reviews on his site too. This will be one of them. Links to his website and how to find the review section will be below. And with that said, let's get this show on the road. Starting with the True Moves Batman, we got a decent looking box with some nice Batman glam shots all over, as well as his Bat logo, some other figures, and the UPC. Now let's unbox this guy, and boom! And there he is, guys. Now let's take a closer look. Now, starting with the head, we got a pretty standard Batman face. The sculpting overall is very clean, and I really like the ridges on his eyebrows there. It really gives him that mean look. Now, the only paint that he has is in his eyes there, which is pretty clean overall, and the rest is just either black molded plastic or skin tone plastic for his mouth, which is just glued on. And his ears here are actually pretty stiff with not too much bend, but they are rounded, so you shouldn't have to worry about hurting yourself if you sat on his head. And moving into the body, it's actually pretty decently sculpted overall. I really love this bat symbol here with the gold outline. It just looks fantastic. And he's actually got some pretty good abs sculpted in there. It's probably just suit details. Some texturing there as well, and some muscle. And his belt looks pretty awesome too, with all the utility pouches and everything. Get the cape out of the way there. And then there's the back too, with Lego Jumbo on there and his booty, which is a little excessive in my opinion. And he's got more of that suit texturing on his back there, as well as some muscles. And his cape is attached right up here, and it's, you know, it's a little soft cloth thing. It's probably like a microfiber cloth, so you could, you know, clean your phone with them after you're done playing with them. And moving into his arms, he has some more of that texturing there, as well as some armor on his shoulder here. And the muscle detail is pretty decent overall. And he's got some little the bat slashy thing. And his hand's pretty good too. He's got some little, you know, fingers, and then he's got some knuckles on there. And moving into the legs, we get more of that detailed suit texturing there, as well as that armor plating, and overall it's pretty cleanly sculpted. And his boots have a surprising amount of sculpting detail, even though it's just molded black plastic with no paint. Although if you're good with the paintbrush, you could do some wonders with this figure. And here's the bottom of the feet for you with nothing. And for articulation, his head rotates 360 and that's it. And his arm rotates 360 and has a moderate shoulder joint, as well as a 90-degree elbow bend that rotates, and the hand rotates as well. And his legs have the super splits. They're out of frame, yo. Wait, there we go. His legs go quite a bit forward and not too far back. He also has a 90-degree knee bend, and that's all, folks. And moving into Robin Hood, he comes with a pretty generic front package with nothing to really write home about. And here's the back with some super sweet artwork that I really like. And of course the UPC, I think, I'm not sure, but it's upside down. I think that's a I'm not sure what that is. It's a sticker. There is a sticker over the actual UPC. That is what that is. Now let's get Robin out of the package here. And Shazam! And there he is, guys. Magic! Now, starting with the head, we actually get a pretty cool sculpt. His face actually has really great contouring, and I really dig that mask. I really like the green paint that they use. It just has this like nice metallic shimmer to it, and it's pretty cleanly applied for the most part. There is some straight paint right there, though. And I actually like his slick looking hair here. It's got some nice sculpting to it, some nice waves, and overall I think it looks really cool. And moving into the body, we get a really detailed and highly sculpted suit. And I really like his Robin R here. It's got some super clean paint, and it's very crisply applied. He's got a pretty nice tone of red too, which is pretty decently applied overall. There's a little bit of missing spots, but not really any bleeding. And there's lots of nice detail there, some armor, some buckles, and then some more buckles here. No paint, but it's still got some details. Then you got his cape details up here, as well as some gold paint, which I always love. And on the back here, he also has that soft microfiber clean your phone after you're done playing cloth. And it just connects into that little slot back there, as you can see. And on the back overall, there's no paint, but there's lots and lots of detail. Check that out. He's armored up. And I like the belt too. It's got a nice sculpt to it, and it's molded in some nice gold, which looks very Lego Jumbo. And it's pretty great overall. And his arm looks equally cool with a nice shade of green plastic there, and some armor there, and some details, some texturing, and some pretty cool stuff overall on the inside there. And he's got some nice little knuckles and stuff on his gloves. And moving into the legs, we get some tactical pants there with a little pouch there, some straps that are holding it on that will really just sculpted. They're not really holding it on, but you know what I mean. But it looks pretty cool. And I actually really like his boots here. They have some, you know, simple detailing, but I love the green there. It's, you know, it's kind of of marbleized, but honestly, I kind of like the marbleized look. It looks cool and fancy and green, like, you know, just like on the Captain Marvel Yon-Rogg figure here. There's lots of marbleization, but I love it. And there's the bottom of the feet with some more Lego Jagamba Bumbo. And for articulation, his head rotates 360 degrees, but not much side to side or up and down. Honestly, it's just flex, not really movement. And his arm rotates 360 degrees and has a shallow shoulder joint because of that armor there. And his elbow can pivot 90 degrees there and also rotate. And his hand also rotates as well and has a little pivot. Now some of you may be wondering, why does he have his arm covered up with a cape? Well, you remember how this is really hard to bend the elbow joint? Well, I didn't have so much luck on the other side, and yeah, it was a really tight joint like the other one, and I was trying to bend it, and instead of bending it just snapped. So definitely be careful about that. If you have a tight joint, be very, very delicate with it, and probably run it under hot water if it's not moving, because otherwise it will snap on you. So yeah, sorry, Toy News International, I broke your toy. Not on purpose, but yeah, go check out his site so he doesn't yell at me. And moving on, he has a 360-degree waist swivel, and his legs go that far forward, but not very far back, and he has a 90-degree knee bend. And for accessories, he comes with this pretty cool gold staff here. It's got some nice detailing, no paint, but I do like that gold, so I'm totally okay with it, although there's Lego Jumbo on the other side, but it's okay. And it's pretty bendy overall, and the tips are nice and rounded and also soft, so you don't have to worry about poking anybody's eye out. And here's what it looks like in his only attached hand. Now, an interesting tidbit, I think, is this actually kind of looks like a pretty decent stand-in for Corvus Glaive's blade in Infinity War. So while we wait for the Marvel Legends Corvus Glaive to come out, we can actually just kind of use this in his place and give old Captain America there Corvus Glaive's kind of, you know, knockoff blade. Hey, hey! And now for the Riddler. And here's a Riddler with the same uneventful packaging as Robin, just with some Riddler stuff right there. Got some more cool artwork on the back though, and that strange UPC thingamajig. Now let's go and unbox the Riddler. Pachinko! Ba-boom? Blah-blah. Hey, come, are you... Oh, seriously? Ugh, gotta open it the old-fashioned way, so slow and uncivilized. Yes, come, get out. Come, you're being such a pain in the... There he is, guys, the Riddler. Now starting with the head, we get a pretty generic villain face sculpt. Now he's not really meant to look like anybody in particular, so it works. And the face sculpting overall is actually really nice. The nose, the mouth, the little cheek wrinkles there, and the eyebrows are all well done. And I really dig these eyeglasses here that are having that whole Matrix vibe thing. And then it's got this metallic-y purple that I totally dig. And for the hair, they added a little bit of texturing to it. It's kind of like a #1 buzz cut, but you know, it's got some orange and reddish hair, which is pretty cool. Cleanly applied. And looking at the rest of the body here, he's molded in this really awesome translucent green. And he also has this translucent green overcoat here, which is, you know, made of a softer rubbery material, still translucent though. And then you can kind of peek underneath and see more of that translucent green body underneath, as well as some pretty cool paint there with some nice purple paint, which I like, some wrinkles too. Although this doesn't seem like it's removable, because that's the connecting point there, and I kind of tugged on it, and it seems like it's really glued in. You can see the point right there, they just glued it in there. Either that or it's really in there tight, and you know, honestly, after breaking Robin's arm, I don't feel like breaking another figure. Yeah, the Lego Jumbo too. And the back is also clear, so clear you can actually see a molded in #2 there, although they put white Lego Jumbo, which is like, come on. The arms are nicely detailed though, with some nice wrinkles sculpted in there and very translucent. And the purple gloves here look pretty sweet, as well as a little kind of black band cuff. And the legs here have more of that awesome translucent green plastic, as well as some nice wrinkles molded in, so it looks like pants. And the shoes overall are quite plain, although they do have a solid paint job that doesn't show any of the green through, which is nice. And also the bottom of the feet there with the Lego Junga Banga Bango, and then you can see some translucent plastic right there. Now the coat is the only one that's kind of off shaded compared to the other translucentness of it, so I'm so tempted to remove the coat, but I just don't want to break it, so I don't know. I'll have to think about it. And for articulation, it's the exact same as Robin's, except nothing broke off. So yeah, that's a plus. His joint's much smoother, so that's better. So yeah, I'm not gonna bore you with that. And for accessories, he comes with a riddle me this, riddle me that cane here, which is pretty cool looking, molded in that nice gold, just like Robin's that I like. And it's, you know, pretty stiff overall too, so you don't have to worry about it, you know, bending or losing its shape. I don't know if that part will be that strong, so be careful about that. He also comes with this cool hat here, which is also in that nice translucent green. It's got a nice gold question mark there, some purple rim over there, and overall it's a pretty cool looking hat. Very soft and bendy, and you just simply stick it on his head like so. It's pretty tight fit, and there you go. The Riddler with his hat. And there he is in his full Riddler gear. Now at first I was really excited for this hat because I thought I could put it on, you know, some Marvel Legends and stuff, but turns out that the majority of them, their heads are too big for it, and it really doesn't fit that well. Like this, it looks like it fits well, but it just pops off really easy. So, it's good enough, I guess. Now for the Man-Bat 2-pack. He comes in a pretty decent packaging with some glam shots scattered about. And like the others, he has some pretty sweet artwork on the back as well as the other figures. And here's the bottom with that sticker thingy. Alright, let's try this again. Aloha kapoha! Yeah, that's right. Still got it. Now starting with the Batman here, he's actually the exact same as the other True Moves Batman, like literally detail for detail, sculpt for sculpt, and articulation for articulation. But personally I prefer this one much better because the all black look reminds me of the, you know, 1970 or 1980, the Tim Burton Batman movie, you know, with Michael Keaton. It totally looks like that, especially with the gold belt here. You know, the other one just had a kind of yellowish, brightish belt, so this one looks just great. And honestly, I actually really like the look of this one. It's just, I don't know, it's just nostalgia Batman. But let's move on to something that is totally new. Man-Bat. Now starting with the head here, he looks like a super he looks mean. He's got minimal paint overall. It's just these teeth here and the eyes. The mouth is actually just molded red plastic. But I do like the sculpting overall with the little brows, his nose there, just, you know, the way the mouth and teeth look, and his big old ears here and the fur and all that stuff. Honestly, he looks like actually he kind of looks like a mouse or a bat. Or wait, do bats look like mice? Or I need to go look this up. Hey Siri. Hello. She called me Mr. Cool. And moving in the body here, we got some pretty intense muscle detail going on there, as well as having kind of a little hairy scarf there. And it continues on to the back there with more hairy, big scarfedness. Probably keeps him warm. Got some veins going on there and lots of muscles. And his arm has more veiny, muscular sculpting there, as well as a little hair here. And his little 3 fingers there that are actually nice and soft. And he also has this little kind of bat wing there that's made of cloth there, and it's, you know, just attached to his arm, and it's pretty flappy. It's just flappy, just flap. And moving into the legs, he has some nicely detailed jogger pants there, fully equipped with drawstrings and elastic waistband all the way around. And he's got some hairy bat legs there with nice detailing all the way around, as well as these nice crazy clawed bat feet. And there's the bottom, the hollow feet with Lee garb. And for articulation, his head rotates 360 degrees, as well as his arm, which also has a pretty impressive shoulder joint and a rotating hand. And he has pretty good splits there, as well as his legs going that far forward and that far back, and having a rotating foot. And here's some photos of them in action mode. And for some comparisons, here they are next to the Shrink and Strike Ant-Man from Ant-Man and the Wasp, as well as the Wing Deploy Wasp from Ant-Man and the Wasp. And here they are next to a bunch of Captain Marvel figures from the Captain Marvel Legends wave that I just reviewed and am still reviewing because I still need to do Talos. And here's the Infinity War Hero Vision Iron Spider, Drax, and War Machine, just for good measure. And of course we can't leave out the Mattel Basic Aquarium Man or the DC Multiverse Tack Suit Batman. You're kind of blocking Drax there, dude. And we most certainly can't forget the fan favorite, the Flash. Well guys, these are some bat-tastic figures. I gotta thank Toy News International again for sending these sweet figures over. And as I said, links to the main site and the toy review section will be in the description below. Anyways guys, it's now back to Captain Marvel toys, and the Talos Marvel Legends will be next, so stay tuned for that. I also have some Black Panther Legends Wave 2 on order, so those should start rolling out whenever those decide to ship out to me. Anywho, thanks for watching this Bat People review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the Talos video. Peace!